Hello everyone, welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. My name is Sandra. How is everybody doing? I apologize for not coming on last Sunday. I was traveling, so as you know, I went to California, and was traveling most of the weekend, so I apologize for not doing another video for you, but here we are today, and it's July 30th. So welcome in everyone, welcome in, and if this is your first time, I want to say welcome in. We're so glad to have you come aboard, and welcome to my spiritual sanctuary, which is your spiritual sanctuary, where we talk about all things holistic and spiritual and Feng Shui. So every Friday I do a Feng Shui topic, and so I have picked a topic this week. Oh, and before we get started, I just want to say, if you are returning to the channel, I want to say thank you. Thank you. So appreciative of you being a part of the community. So thank you for your support. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up so that it keeps the channel going and keeps things moving forward, okay? In my life and in your life, both. Okay, so this week I thought what I would talk about is space clearing, interior space clearing. Since I've been doing so much traveling to California and back, and it was a short period of time, I realized the impact of the space and clearing the space has on all of us when we are traveling, if we're in hotel rooms, if we're visiting with family, or other reasons which I am going to go over today. So if you are not subscribed to my email newsletter, then please do that below. There is a link to my mailing list. I am sending out a newsletter today, and it will go out again. Let's see, today's Friday. It'll go out again on Tuesday. And it goes into detail of how to do a space clearing in your space, okay? I'm briefly going to go over that today, and all the reasons why you would want to have a space clearing done in your home or your business. Now, we have some important things coming up astrology-wise. We have the new moon in Leo coming up on the 8th. Which is combined with the 8/8 portal. The Lion's Gate portal is upon us this coming week ahead. We will be changing flying star energies on the 7th of August, so my report will be about the flying star changes next week, so please stay tuned for that. So we have a lot of energy shifting and changing, and getting us ready for going into the autumn season. The Lion's Gate portal is opening up some channels, shall we say, into the Leo energy, which is all about your talents, your uniqueness, play, creativity, and being out in the world doing your unique self and your purpose. So it's important for clear energy to do that, so that you are clear when you are going out into the world to do whatever it is you do, to your gift to the world, that you are a clear channel from the divine down into your base chakra. And therefore, you're coming across in your authentic way, in your authentic self, presenting your information to, or your message to the world in a real impactful way, okay? So it's important that we have clear spaces. And if you are in any of these situations, then I am going to go over how to, clear your space and get that energy cleared. First thing you have to do is clear all the clutter in your space, okay? That's number one. Get all the clutter cleared out. If you haven't used it in a year, then probably it needs to go. And there are things that you hang on to, and keep them well organized in the household. Now, one of the first things you would use a space clearing ceremony for, and a purification ceremony, is for healing. So when a space is cleared, it promotes the healing on a physical, emotional, mental, and a spiritual level. There is energy that accumulates in your space that is released by the emotions on an energetic level. And when a space clearing is performed, the air is cleansed and purified with a renewed sense of healing in the space. So therefore, it helps you to heal on an energetic level. You know, I've had many clients that have suffered from colds and flus and chronic diseases, grief, depression, anxiety. And sometimes it helps to do a space clearing in your house just to clear out that old energy and allow the new energy to come forward after you have done all your clutter clearing, okay? Most clients of mine report feeling much more at ease and comfortable in the space after they have done a clearing ceremony for healing, okay? So that would be the first reason why you would do a space clearing. The second reason is for predecessor energy. Now, predecessor energy is the energy that is the residual energy left over from the prior occupants that have occupied the home or office. So it's important to know the history about who lived in your home or your business, who was in your business prior to you moving in, because the energy of their whatever happened to them may still be in the carpets, the walls, in the fixtures, in the flooring, whatever kind of flooring it is. And the energy tends to stagnate, okay, and repeat itself over and over and over again if it's not cleared. So if you are moving into a home, let's say that somebody has died, or they were sick, or they had bankruptcy issues, or there was a divorce situation, then even more so, it's important to do a clearing and get that predecessor energy out of the home or the business. Especially for a business, if the prior business got too big for the space and had to move to a larger space, that is the kind of space that you want to move into. If the business went out of business or went into bankruptcy, then you definitely need to have a clearing ceremony in there, because there's something going on energetically with the Feng Shui of the space, okay? So predecessor energy is very important. Sometimes people don't think about that. Also, there may be spirits left in a space that have not been allowed to move forward into the light. A lot of times people would call me when there was a murder or a suicide or something that had occurred in a space, and they still felt the spirit was there. And they felt it was wreaking havoc with the space, okay? So they were having things that were moving around the house. They were seeing, silhouettes of moving people, like ghosts, for instance, or spirits. They were having mishaps in the house. There's a plethora of things that can come from having people who haven't moved on in a space. So what they would do is call me to go in there and do an energy clearing so that these people can be lifted up and they can be sent to the light and given permission to leave the space. So energetically, sometimes they're not ready to go, and sometimes they just have to be told to go and they will leave, okay? So sometimes it's very easy, sometimes it takes work, repeated work, it just depends. So if you're having any issues like that, or you know anybody that is, then I would highly recommend giving a Feng Shui consultant like myself, who specializes in that kind of thing, a call, because I can help you with that. So predecessor energy is very important, and it's the thing that people don't realize when they have moved into a space, how that can affect you as the new tenant, the new occupant, the new owner, the new business owner in the space. It is important to space clear after a death has occurred in the home, okay? Now, it's beautiful for a person to be able to die in the home, okay? I know for myself, both of my parents passed in our home, And it was great to be in the home and not in a hospital like a lot of the COVID patients have been. However, it's important to clear that space afterwards. And it's not that their spirit is still in the home, and maybe they are, but it's just because that it's a energy of a low vibration that is maintained in the home when somebody dies there, okay? Could be a long illness that's occurred or something like that. It is necessary to purify germs, energetic residue that remain in a space, okay? Especially after someone passes. It feels really great to wash the sheets and clean a room after you have been sick in the room, right? So like, let's say you have a cold or a flu, right? The first thing you do when you start to feel better is you wash the sheets, you dust the space, you vacuum, and get it all cleared. It'll clear away all the heaviness. So the same thing when somebody passes away. It's a good thing to release the heaviness of the trauma that has occurred there, because there's a lot of heavy energies and grief and sadness that is held in that space. And if it's not allowed to be cleansed and freed, then it can sometimes raise havoc with the occupants that are still residing in the space. The next reason would be after an illness, as I said, right? After you're sick, you want to make sure, like if you have the flu or a cold, or you have a child that's sick, has, cold or flu, or anybody in their family, it's a good idea to do a cleansing of the space afterwards. Wash the sheets, as I said, clean everything, really well, and allow the room to breathe again. So that's important, death and illness, okay, to clear after any of those things. I'm going to mention one more because Spirit is guiding me to say this one. If you know of somebody that's passed away, and it's been a long illness, let's say, and you've been in this space, but nobody has passed in the space, there is a sense of sadness and grief that occurs just because you're going through a very tough time. So I would highly recommend a cleansing on a regular basis for that situation as well. In your room or wherever you're spending a lot of time in grief. So please take that into consideration. Now, on a more happier note, space clearing for new beginnings is also a really good thing. I love to do space clearings when someone moves into a new home and a new business, as a welcoming of the new energies, and it is given a fresh start, clean slate, and purifies the current occupants from the predecessor energy, as I said before. New homes especially, because the construction can sometimes be, that goes on with construction workers in and out. If there's a renovation or a remodel, it's always a good idea to do a clearing after those people are gone, because they bring their energy in and out of the house, and whatever they're carrying maintains that kind of energy in your household as well. So we want to make sure we're clearing all of that out. A home blessing and a clearing ceremony anytime you move to a new home, apartment, or a new residence, or you're renting, is also a really great idea. And date selection for opening a new business is always a really good idea. So I specialize in date selection because I do Chinese astrology. So if you are thinking of important dates for a move-in or a new business, please contact me for that. My email is below and all my contact information, okay? Okay, and next, space clearing for change. Just change, period. A space clearing is done anytime you would like a shift in the energy of the space. I sometimes do it at the new moon, full moon, and the winter and summer solstice, and fall and spring equinox. It's always a good time because the energy is shifting and changing. I will do a clearing ceremony just if I feel like I want to change something, okay? Maybe I'm feeling like, oh, my business is getting really stagnant. I'm not getting enough clients to call me. I'm not getting enough business or customers, or let's say I want to bring in a new relationship with somebody, or I want to have better harmony with my family. Then a shift in the energy of the space will help with that. I know myself in business that just doing an energy clearing alone in a business can shift everything, and things will start to move forward at that time. When things do not feel right, do an energy clearing, okay? And anytime you do a space clearing, it's like a spring cleaning. It's like a new, fresh start. So we do have a new moon coming up in Leo on the 8th of August. I will be doing a energy clearing in my home. And the full moon, we have another full moon on August 22nd in Aquarius again. So we've had 2 full moons in Aquarius this summer. And that's beautiful energy for expansion. So also the August 22nd is the full moon, and the new moon is August 8th. So you'll want to maybe do a clearing during those times for a fresh beginning. So that's just a few of the different reasons why you would like to do a purification or cleansing ceremony in your home. And the best way to do that is thoroughly clean and declutter the space prior to space clearing. 2, do the space clearing during the day when there's plenty of light. I preferably like to do the space clearing between the hours of 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. because that is the time of the heart chakra and the heart opening during that time. 3, do not do a space clearing if you're pregnant or menstruating or you're sick, okay? No, don't do one during those times. 4, do a space clearing when you are feeling centered, mentally alert, and physically healthy. Because remember, you're cleansing the space, so you want to be showered and mentally alert and feeling great when you're doing it. That leads me to the next one. Take a shower or bath and be clean and well groomed when you do your space clearing, okay? Do a space clearing in silence without any background noise from music or television. You're concentrating on each area when you're walking in each space of the house. So there is a certain pattern in which I do a space clearing. It's called the 9-star path. It's a mystical method of clearing energy that was passed down by my teacher, Professor Lin Yong, based on the Buddhist tradition. It does need to be honored with an even energy exchange, money, a donation. So if you're interested in something like that, I can help you with that. Just go ahead and email me. When you're doing a space clearing, pets are very sensitive to energy, okay? They're gonna feel it. So it's best to remove them from the space while you're doing your space clearing. They can feel the energetic shifts, and it may be upsetting to them. So it's been my experience that this is true for most dogs and cats, okay? And any other pets that you might have. I even have my lizards behind me that crawl up on my screen when I do a clearing because they can feel the energy shift. Remember, animals are very sensitive. They can see, hear, feel, and they just know the things that we can't see. So when we're shifting the energy in a space, they feel it a lot more than we do. Set up an area for all your space clearing tools so you'll have everything you need before you start. You can burn sage, light candles, disperse essential oils, burn incense, or use holy water to purify the space as you walk from room to room. Walk through the entire space with your scents listed above and say out loud a prayer, okay? An affirmation or a mantra. As you walk from room to room, releasing the scent and speaking out loud and clear with clarity and intention to purify the space of all residual negative energy, okay? So I'm giving you the 3 secrets reinforcement that I learned from Professor Lin Yun, and it's using speech, hand gesture, and mind, thought, okay? Invite the divine presence, angels, guides, and ascended masters to assist you with the purification ceremony. All you need to do is ask, and they will be there. You can use bells, gongs, singing bowls, clapping your hands, or any sound that will disperse the energy in a room and disperse it. It's kind of like when you grab some dirt, you know, a clump of dirt, and then you just crush it in your hand and it just disintegrates. That's the way I see it with energy. When it's stuck and it's all balled up and you use a clap or you use a singing bowl or some kind of noise, it disperses all the energy. It is best if you do this alone so you can focus your intention on clearing the energy. You don't want anybody else there with you. Walk through the entire space with pure intention of purification, bringing in the light of the divine and removing any residual negative energy that may be lingering in the space. You'll know when you are done because you will feel the energetic shift. Celebrate the shifts that occur as a result of your space clearing. I would recommend writing down the energy shifts when they occur, because you will begin to notice. And congratulations on shifting the energy in your space, in your home, your office, and in your body as well, because you will feel it on a cellular level. I know for myself, a lot of the times I would go in and do an energy clearing for a client, and they would feel it in every part of their body as well. So they would feel like they've got cleared on the inside and around their spaces as well. So the mystical ancient methods of clearing energy, I do have a lot of those in my tool bag, and I would be happy to share those with you, but you will need to contact me. They do require an even energy exchange of a donation for each method that I use. And I do have some videos. I think I did do one on the 9-star clearing, or a different type of method. I don't think I did the 9-star. I think it was a different method that I used over the years with my clients to clear the energy of a space. So check out my other videos on YouTube, and you may find something there that would help you. Now, we can also clear energy in land parcels and landscapes, okay? I do have some methods that I use to clear large land parcels, so that way they have a protection surrounded around the boundary lines. A lot of times people will have property in the rural areas that have a lot of problems that continually occur, whether it's neighbors, whether it's animals, pesky pests, or they just know something's not right on the land. And there are methods that I have learned over the years to help with those as well. So if you're interested, you know where to find me. Please go to myspiritualsanctuary.com. That's my website. You can opt into my email list there, or you can email, my email list is below with constant contact, to opt into my email list. In my email newsletter this week, I did give some smudge stick selections, so that's an extra bonus that I gave out for this week. So please go ahead and sign up for the mailing list to receive those. And I will be doing readings for all the zodiac signs this month in August for the entire month. There'll be August monthly readings for the fire signs, for the air signs, water and earth signs, and then I'll be doing the Chinese astrology signs as well. So look for those next week coming up. I'm gonna give those for August, and we'll see where we go from that point forward. And there's a lot of other great things coming up on the channel, so stick with me. And thank you so much for being here with me today. I want to wish everybody a wonderful week ahead. Before I go, I almost forgot the healing cards. Okay, Spirit. What is the healing messages we have for my Feng Shui subscribers and my newcomers today? I always take 3 healing cards for you guys. Oh boy, these are just jumping out today. Oh my God. So, we are dealing with emotions. So, clearing emotions this week. That's an important part of starting the new beginning with the new moon ahead. So clear out all these, you may be feeling quite emotional maybe. I know a lot of people are really feeling the energies that are in our planetary aspects right now. We have a lot of things going on. And somebody out there needs to clear their emotions, okay? And if you need help with that, please go ahead and email me and I'll help you with some clearing ceremonies for the emotional side. And our next card is Aurora, and Aurora says, you are flying high right now, which may threaten others, but don't descend because others will soon become inspired by your example. Well, I surely hope you're inspired by my example of how I live my life. I live my life, everything that I teach you guys, I use and I live by. And I like to ascend higher in the higher realms. I love to work with the divine and the energies of the mystical, mystics, and the magical. So stick with me, and if you feel that way too, then join the tribe. Please go ahead and subscribe, because that's what my mission is to help you ascend to a higher level in your life. Oh, we have Daniel. I am the angel of marriage and I am assisting you right now. Wonderful. Well, maybe somebody out there is getting married or getting engaged or bringing their relationship to a higher level. And I just think it's amazing that this card came out, because tomorrow, which is Saturday, July 31st, I am celebrating my 44th anniversary with my husband, who is deceased. So my husband and I, we work as a team, him from the 5D, from the divine, the other side, and myself on the 3D, and we are working together as a couple to bring information to everyone on how to connect with their deceased loved ones and how to live their life from a higher ascension. And tomorrow we're celebrating our 44th anniversary, and I'm so excited because he is the reason that I'm here able to do these videos for you, because if it wasn't for him and his total support, I wouldn't be as far along in my ascension without him. So thank you, Daniel, for helping Dwayne and I to ascend and to become a team from spirit. And you know that the soul, from a soul level, love is eternal. And so we are internally entwined in each other's spirit. So everything that I bring you comes from him as well, and comes from a higher place in the dimensions, from the divine and our earthly angels and archangels. So Daniel is here for me to share that with you. So thank you, Daniel, angel. So I wish everybody a wonderful week ahead, okay? And until we meet again next week, stay in the love, stay in the light. Namaste. Thank you for joining me.